Hello fellow plantophiles. So in this video I'm going to talk about the Begonia Taconite with its profile, care, and propagation. The Begonia Taconite is a rhizotomous begonia which was hybridized by Tim Anderson back in 1999. I couldn't find any information on its lineage or on whether the name Taconite is trademarked, although I suspect that it isn't. I feel like that's just a name that was given to it. And I don't mean to burst any taco lover's bubble, but the name Taconite does not originate from any delicious cuisine, but rather from a sedimentary rock formation which bears a 15% or more iron content in its composition. These iron minerals are intermixed with the minerals chert, quartz, and carbonate, and those are known as taconite. The name taconite was coined by Horace von Winchell, who lived from 1865 to 1923. And his dad was Newton Horace Winchell, who was the Minnesota state geologist. And they looked at some rock formations in northeastern Minnesota. So taconite has to do more with iron formations than having a night out eating tacos. So the taconite likes moderate indirect lighting at least to bright indirect or some direct sunlight. So you see a broad range of what they like based on the websites you find if you research how to care for them. And this one, I have it on an east-facing window, and I even have some lights that run in the evening overhead, some nice plant grow lights, and yet it still shows off the blue iridescence, as you can see with the flashlight. And as I change the angle, you can see how it changes color from here, a very dark, like almost blackish green color, to what's known as a royal blue iridescence. And unlike the Begonia pavonina, which has a bluish green iridescence, this one seems to pop a lot more. And you can see that the underside is redder in color, and it's a nice dark red. So this is quite a nice begonia, and you can see that it's currently in bloom, and these flowers are nice. Begonias will produce both male and female flowers, so you can actually propagate begonias easily. So now we'll look at how hardy this plant is. But I'm going to actually have the video running with the light on. And as you can see with the light from the camera, it gives you a nice steady blue content. And if I turn it around, you can see the nice blue. Not quite as nice as with the flashlight on it, giving that really bright brightness, but it's kind of nice as well. So anyway, some sources will claim it to be hardy to zone 9, but others claim that it's been shown to be hardy down to zone 7. And the website that claims that is Steve's Leaves, and I'm hoping to try to grow this in zone 7. Imagine a row of begonias along the road shimmering and dazzling cars as they drive by with their headlights in the evening. But I suppose what will happen is it will die down to the ground and then regrow in the spring. So its temperature at which it can grow is typically from around 20 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 6.7 degrees Celsius, all the way up to 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius. It likes well-draining soil, and it can tolerate lower humidity. But like most tropical plants, you do need to give some sort of humidity, and the typical humidity of 30 to 60% found in most households is adequate enough. And if you give it too much humidity, it won't be quite as happy. Like certain ones, like the Begonia pavonina, they can tolerate a lot of humidity, and you can acclimate it to room humidity of an average house. But I feel like the extremely 100% humidity in high quantities can be detrimental to this plant. And the reason being is based on how you propagate it. While you can propagate it via rhizome cuttings, you can get a lot more plants in a much shorter amount of time by propagating from leaf wedges. So you would take the leaf and you would cut it, and then this segment can be grown, and then these veins, you cut them into wedges, and you can stick them in sphagnum moss or in peat moss, and you can get new plantlets. However, in my attempts of propagating them in extremely high humidity like I have with the Begonia pavonina, these leaves have rotted. But in slightly less humidity, there will be more success. Here you can see the Begonia Taconite with its beautiful royal blue iridescence. And here you can see the blue-green iridescence of the Begonia pavonina. While I had this taconite on the east-faced window, I had the pavonina growing underneath the window lately, so it seems to not be as iridescent as it was when I had it growing on the north side of my parents' house last summer. But you can still see some of the iridescence, and we'll see this one is a lot more readily iridescent though than the pavonina. So as I rotate this to be under the light, you can see how it glows a little bit, like right there, relative to the Begonia Taconite. And you can see the comparison between the two. And this one has thicker leaves than this one. These leaves are a little thinner. And let me show you now the blooms of the taconite. So we'll zoom into it. So that's all there is to the Begonia Taconite with its profile care and propagation. Or should I say, a lot of what there is, because there's naturally going to be certain things that I would have overlooked or that someone can leave in a comment below. For example, begonias are typically toxic to cats and dogs, and I wouldn't advise humans to put the leaves in their salad. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and happy planting!